think I legitimately just gave myself whiplash. This isn't like, oh yeah, YouTubers trying to make things interesting for the video. No, like I actually think I just gave myself whiplash. Oh, ow. Oh, okay. Well, for this video, I will just be in copious amounts of pain. That's cool though, because Halo Infinite was announced. And today I wanted to take a few minutes to just talk about the potential possibility of Halo Infinite being an open world Halo game. The first open world Halo game. Because I think there's a fair bit of suggestive evidence indicating the potential for that to be the case, but obviously, just as a disclaimer, nothing I talk about in this video is like fact. You know, we don't have any clear statement from 343 saying that Halo 6, Halo Infinite, Halo 6-finite, whatever. We don't have any clear statement from them saying that it is going to be an open world game for sure. We just have little hints here and there, different tidbits of information that kind of point in that direction. So in addition to that, I wanted to also discuss a couple pieces of Halo Infinite related news that I thought were pretty interesting and worth covering. So just to start off with, bringing you over to my desktop here. So we've got the rumor that Halo Infinite will be single player, standalone released in 2019, and then multiplayer released in 2020. This basically just talks about how they're building this game, like, and taking their time with it and whatnot. And in a nutshell, the game is going to be released separately, single player first, multiplayer second. To clarify, this is a leak. This is not confirmed information, and that brings me to my next point, because this is relatively old news. Tom French tweeted yesterday in response to this guy saying, I heard Halo Infinite may not have multiplayer off of the release. With Halo 5's track record, Forge wasn't even on release. Please do not break apart Halo, because Halo is Master Chief, Halo's multiplayer, Halo's Forge all together. Please get it right. We will wait. Anyway, Tom French, former Forge director, current multiplayer director at 343, he replied saying, I didn't see any of that information in any of the official 343 Industries information. Hashtag don't believe the fake hype. So that is some good news, because personally, I don't like the idea of releasing the game with a single player and then a multiplayer separate. It's an interesting concept for sure, but I don't personally think that it would be a good idea. But who knows? We'll see. But according to Tom French, this is not the case. So this is just sort of a baseless leak. So moving on from that, Naughty Dog senior artist Rogelio Olguin joins 343 Industries for Halo Infinite. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. Anyways, Rogelio is a senior environment artist at Naughty Dog who has worked on The Last of Us and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. And he has left Naughty Dog after 6 years of work and is now going to work on Halo Infinite at 343 Industries. And he announced his departure on ArtStation a day ago. This is just what this article says, but it's freaking, that is some exciting information, because let's think about Naughty Dog's track record for a moment, right? They've made some amazing games. I can't think of a game that Naughty Dog has made that wasn't good, to be honest. And the fact that he's working for such a prestigious studio and decides to make the move to 343 to work on Halo Infinite, I feel like that's kind of an indicator of the scope and exciting nature of Halo Infinite as a project. And so this guy sees it and he's going over to work with them. He says, I'm going to Microsoft Studios with the 343 crew. This adventure started almost 2 months ago, and I'm thrilled, excited, elated, pumped, and overjoyed, and generally a happy camper that this is happening. I've always loved the Halo universe, and 343 has something special coming up. Something so special that 343 managed to rip me from the clutches of a studio I hold near and dear to my heart, Naughty Dog. I've been at Naughty Dog for almost 6 years now, and has been the longest studio I've ever worked at in my career. You all know me. I tell it to you straight. I am heartbroken to leave such a great studio. The people from all levels have been great to me. That is a very, very intriguing statement. But in general, that's just a really cool piece of news that I thought I would mention. Naughty Dog environment artist working on Halo 6 Halo Infinite. Thought that was interesting. Anyways, on to the topic at hand in this video. Is Halo Infinite going to be open world? Let's discuss the potential of that. Let's look at some of the hints and pieces of evidence, shall we say, because nothing here is confirmed. This is all speculation, but here, let's get into it. So following the trailer for Halo Infinite at E3, Chris Lee, the current studio head at 343, made this post talking about Halo Infinite, the slipspace engine, and basically why they've decided to build this new engine, and just some additional info regarding the game. So looking at this line right here is probably the first bit of info that kind of, to me, hints at the potential of an open world, or if not an open world, a very clear gameplay evolution with Halo Infinite. It's something that we haven't seen before in previous Halos. So He says, when we started this project, the team's vision for the game was ambitious, so much so that we knew we had to build new tech to fully realize our goals for Halo Infinite. The E3 demo showcases some of the exciting potential of this technology. Everything you see is running in-engine. We still have a very long way to go until we ship the game, so things will certainly evolve between now and the release of Halo Infinite, though the engine demo is a clear indication of the direction we are heading with our next game, and a great snapshot of where our tech is right now. And I don't know about you guys, but that entire trailer or engine demo for Halo Infinite screamed open world. Like just the massive landscapes that they showed, the variety of environments, just everything in general, it just... to me, it screamed open world, so that's an exciting prospect. So that's the first bit of information that I think sort of hints towards that path. So, moving on. If we roll up to the Slipspace engine page on 343's official website, we see this cool little looping gif of Master Chief holding the helmet. Just, I could look at that forever. Can I also comment on how aesthetically pleasing the Slipspace engine logo is? Whoever did that, you're probably not watching this video, but I appreciate that. It looks so good. You did a good job. Anyway, if we take a scroll down here, we come to this panel that says Mystery and Wonder, inspired by the most iconic Halo moments to build the future of our legendary franchise. You know, whatever. And then we scroll down here that shows some of those space reindeer, elk, whatever. It says, alive with excitement, a living, breathing world ripe for exploration and endless gameplay possibilities. What does that sound like to you? To me, it sounds like some open world You don't use the phrase living, breathing world ripe for exploration when you're not talking about open world. Thinking about this from the view of the developer, let's say Halo Infinite is not open world. We've got like a linear campaign mission. You're not going to describe that as a living, breathing world ripe for exploration. It just doesn't, I don't know, man. That sounds like, that's, yeah. To me, that is a very clear indicator that we're going to get some sort of open gameplay environments. When I say open world, I'm not saying like Fallout 4 type thing or Skyrim or, I don't know, even Assassin's Creed. I'm more picturing... I'm picturing gameplay missions just in a much larger sandbox. I don't really picture Halo going full, complete open world status. I feel like that may not work in Halo's formula, but anything that's expansive that entails exploration, right? So that's the vibe I've been feeling from the trailer and everything that everyone at 343 has said in regards to Halo Infinite so far. So that is some very exciting stuff. As for the context potential structure of a Halo open world, how would that work? I thought I'd touch on that for a little bit. I've had this idea for a while. I guess an idea. Just kind of like something that I thought would be cool in regards to Halo's universe, because you've got so many awesome locations, so many legendary locations within the Halo lore that would be fun to visit, and even just the concept of exploring a Halo ring, right, is just the coolest thing ever. I'll throw out an example I put on Twitter the other day. With regards to acquiring weapons and armor and stuff like that, I think an open world Halo title in regards to PvE would be a really, really cool way for multiplayer progression to occur. Let's take Warzone, for example, right? Warzone was a vast success. There's no way it's not going to return again. In Halo 5, you unlock weapons to use in Warzone, the legendary or like mythic weapons and whatnot, through rec packs, which I think we can all universally agree upon is pretty underwhelming. Let's say in Halo Infinite, or just Halo in general, let's just say if Halo 5 was structured like this, right? You have a mission, you have a mythic level mission line or quest line, whatever you want to call it, on Sanghelios, right? Let's say the Swords of Sanghelios have maybe some unreliable intel that there may be a keep holding like the last remains of the rebellion, right? So you team up with the Arbiter and his like group of elites, and you kind of scout out this area, and you hunt for like information regarding this keep, and at the end of this quest line you find the keep. You have to kill the leader of it and whatnot, and basically snuff out the last remains of the Sangheli rebellion. Maybe that's really hard to do because it's a mythic level mission and requires a lot of effort, and at the end of that you get rewarded with the Prophet's Bane, a mythic level weapon for use in Warzone. It'd be really cool to tie like PvE progression with multiplayer stuff. Maybe for different side missions you unlock different pieces of armor. I don't know, you help some ODSTs with like some supply mission or something like that, and you get some ODST armor. I don't know. I just think the concept of open world in Halo opens up a lot of really interesting potential gameplay possibilities and progression possibilities that could tie into each other. And some people may say, oh, that sounds just like Destiny. And to that I say, so? That sounds awesome. I don't know, though. That's just something that I've been thinking of for a while. That might be an interesting answer to weapon unlocks and armor progression and things like that. I would be fine if Halo Infinite had a reach system for armor unlocks. I think that system was really great. But I don't know, me personally, I really like the idea of completing activities and getting rewarded for the activities. Just that I like that concept a lot. Not the you play X amount of games and earn enough XP to unlock something, or through I think we can all agree that rec packs are not a fun way to unlock gear. So I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video, you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. I just wanted to go through, talk about a couple potential options and possibilities for Halo Infinite being open world, kind of the evidence that sort of hints at it, at least in my opinion, from my point of view. Now, I do want to pass the question off to you. I sound like Philip DeFranco. I want to ask you guys, what do you think of the possibility of Halo Infinite being an open world Halo game, or at least having open world aspects to the PvE element of it? What do you think of that? Do you want that to happen? Do you not want that to happen? Are you open to the idea or not? Let me know in the comments. I'm very interested. What do you think of this stuff that I presented in this video? Do you think this is kind of an indicator that that's the direction they're going with the game? Or do you think I'm completely off the mark here? Because to me, it just, that everything they've shown just screams open environments. So I'd be really interested to hear your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. But with that being said, I think that's going to be it for this video. I do have a new video coming out very soon that is going to be exciting, terrifying, upsetting, everything in between. Don't miss it. It's a pretty important video, so just keep an eye on the sub box. Make sure you have notifications on, because who even knows, even if you have notifications on and sometimes you don't receive them, I don't know, just stick around. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.